If you're over 60, take a moment and listen closely. Did you know that just one wrong vegetable on your daily plate could silently raise your blood pressure, trigger joint pain, or leave you feeling more tired without even realizing it? That's right. Not all vegetables are our friends as we enter our golden years. What may seem like healthy choices can actually pose serious risks, increasing inflammation, causing digestive issues, or even interfering with medications you're taking. But don't worry. Today, I'll guide you on a journey to uncover 4 vegetables that seniors should absolutely avoid, along with 4 powerful vegetables that can help you stay healthy, energized, and independent in the years ahead. Imagine you're trying to take care of your body, but unknowingly choosing foods that slow you down, make your joints creak, or leave you sluggish after every meal. If you ignore this information, your risk of developing health issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, or even losing your mobility increases significantly. But here's the good news. You can completely change that just by making smarter choices starting today. On this journey, we won't just identify the vegetables to avoid. We'll also explore those that support circulation, strengthen your bones, and keep your immune system strong like it was in your youth. Stay with me until the end to discover a special tip that many older adults have already used to feel healthier every single day. And if you find this information helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more health tips, made just for your golden years. Let's start with a surprising truth. Not all vegetables are good for people over 60. We often hear that vegetables are healthy, but as our bodies age, our ability to digest, absorb nutrients, and respond to certain compounds changes. Some vegetables can cause problems you wouldn't expect, from sudden blood sugar spikes to worsening joint pain. But don't worry. I'll break each one down clearly and simply, along with real-life stories, so you can see exactly why it's important to make changes starting today. The first vegetable that seniors should avoid is canned corn. You might be thinking, corn? It's just a sweet little veggie I toss into my soups or salads. But be careful, canned corn is not the same as fresh corn. It's actually one of the biggest enemies of senior health, and I'll explain why. Canned corn is often processed with high amounts of sugar and sodium, 2 things our bodies become especially sensitive to as we age. After 60, blood sugar regulation becomes more fragile, especially if you're managing diabetes or pre-diabetes. Canned corn has a high glycemic index, meaning it can cause blood sugar spikes, leading to fatigue, belly fat, and even increased risk of heart disease over time. That's not all. Canned corn also contains insoluble fiber, which can cause bloating, constipation, or discomfort in a digestive system that's already slowed down with age. Think about those times you felt heavy or sluggish after a meal. Canned corn might be the culprit. What's more, many canned corn products are stored in cans lined with BPA, a chemical that can disrupt hormones and put stress on your kidneys. And let's not forget the sodium. Just half a cup of canned corn can pack over 300 milliliters of sodium, enough to raise your blood pressure or cause fluid retention, which is especially risky if you're on medication for blood pressure or heart disease. Take the story of Mrs. Clementine Nash, a retired art teacher from Flagstaff, Arizona. At 72, Clementine thought she was eating healthy by replacing fast food with canned corn in her soups and salads. But she couldn't figure out why her blood pressure stayed high. Her ankles were swollen, and her energy dropped after every lunch. When her nutritionist reviewed her food journal, canned corn was immediately flagged. She replaced it with steamed green beans and roasted zucchini, senior-friendly choices. After just 1 month, her blood pressure stabilized, the swelling went down, and she lost 4 pounds without trying. More importantly, she felt energized and had better control over her meals. Now, you might be wondering, if canned corn isn't good, what other vegetables should I avoid? Get ready because the next item on our list might surprise you, especially since it's often praised as a superfood. But before we move on, remember that this journey isn't just about cutting out harmful foods. It's about discovering vegetables that help you feel healthier and more vibrant. The second vegetable we'll explore belongs to a group that many people love, but if eaten the wrong way, it can harm your thyroid and digestion. Let's find out what it is next. So, now we know that canned corn can silently harm the health of people over 60, raising blood sugar levels and putting stress on the heart and kidneys. But would you believe that a group of vegetables often labeled as superfoods might also belong on the avoid list. Get ready, because the second type of vegetable seniors should be cautious with is raw cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. That's right. While these vegetables are often praised for being nutrient-rich, eating too much of them raw can cause serious issues for your thyroid, digestion, and nutrient absorption. Imagine trying to do something good for your body by drinking a kale smoothie every morning, only to end up feeling tired, with cold hands and feet, or bloated and uncomfortable. That's exactly what raw cruciferous vegetables can do. Science shows these veggies contain compounds called goitrogens, which can suppress thyroid function, especially when consumed raw. After age 60, our thyroid often slows down, and many people rely on medication to support it. Goitrogens can interfere with your body's ability to absorb iodine, a mineral essential for producing thyroid hormones. The result: you might feel sluggish, gain weight more easily, or even feel low or depressed without knowing why. But that's not all. Raw cruciferous vegetables also contain insoluble fiber and a complex sugar called raffinose, both of which are tough for an aging digestive system to break down. This leads to bloating, stomach pain, or a heavy feeling after eating. One study even found that goitrogens in raw cruciferous vegetables can hinder the absorption of calcium and iron, two critical nutrients for strong bones and preventing anemia. Think about it. You eat a kale salad hoping to get more calcium, but your body barely absorbs any. That's a shame, right? Take the story of Mr. Wallace Trentham, a 75-year-old jazz pianist from Grand Rapids, Michigan. After reading several health articles, he decided to start each day with a smoothie made from kale and broccoli. But within just 2 months, he began feeling cold in his hands and feet, constantly tired and mentally foggy. Blood tests showed that his thyroid hormone levels had dropped, and he was developing iron deficiency. His doctor quickly identified the cause: too many raw cruciferous vegetables. When he switched to lightly steaming his vegetables and added iodine-rich foods like eggs, everything started to improve. He regained his energy, his hands warmed up, and his test results returned to normal within just a few weeks. But don't be too quick to think all cruciferous vegetables are bad. If you cook them by steaming or lightly sautéing, the goitrogens are significantly reduced, and the fiber becomes much easier to digest. So the key here is to cook your broccoli, kale, or cauliflower before eating and enjoy them in moderation. That way, you can still benefit from their nutrients without risking your health. Now, let's move on to the third vegetable on the list to avoid: eggplant. You might be thinking about a delicious roasted eggplant dish or a colorful plate of ratatouille, but be careful. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, along with tomatoes, peppers, and white potatoes. This vegetable contains a compound called solanine, which can trigger inflammation in the body, especially in sensitive individuals. For seniors dealing with arthritis, gout, or chronic joint pain, eggplant can worsen symptoms, causing swelling, joint stiffness, and reduced mobility. Imagine waking up with swollen fingers or aching knees and not knowing why. It could be from the eggplant you had for dinner the night before. Solanine is most concentrated in the skin of the eggplant, so even moderate amounts can still cause problems. I once met Mrs. Ramona Delaney, a 70-year-old retired librarian from Providence, Rhode Island. She took pride in living a healthy lifestyle, often cooking at home and walking regularly. But as she entered her 70s, she noticed her arthritis flaring up more often, especially after meals that included eggplant, like grilled eggplant sandwiches. After cutting eggplant from her diet for just 1 month, she found that her joints felt less stiff, she could move more freely, and even slept better thanks to reduced pain. The important thing to know is that eggplant isn't bad for everyone, but if you're struggling with joint pain or inflammation, try eliminating it for a while and see how your body responds. You might be surprised by the difference, but don't stop here, because the fourth vegetable on the list is another so-called superfood that many people love, yet it can be seriously harmful if you're taking certain medications. Let's keep going to make sure you're not unknowingly putting your health at risk. We've now covered 3 vegetables that people over 60 should be cautious about: canned corn, raw cruciferous vegetables, and eggplant. Each of them can silently harm your health by spiking blood sugar, affecting thyroid function, or triggering joint inflammation. But the final vegetable on this list might surprise you the most because it's often seen as a symbol of health. It's raw spinach. You might be thinking, spinach? That's the food I eat to stay healthy. But listen closely, because raw spinach can pose a serious problem, especially if you're taking medication or are concerned about your bones and blood health. The issue lies in two compounds found in raw spinach: oxalate and vitamin K1. Oxalate is a naturally occurring substance that can bind to calcium and iron in your digestive tract, preventing your body from absorbing them. This is particularly risky for older adults, as the chances of osteoporosis and anemia increase with age. You might eat a spinach salad to get more calcium, but much of that calcium never reaches your bones. Instead, you may notice weak nails, hair loss, or constant fatigue. And what about vitamin K1? It's essential for blood clotting. But if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, the high levels of vitamin K1 in raw spinach can interfere with your medication, increasing your risk of blood clots or stroke. Just one seemingly innocent spinach salad can throw off weeks of careful medication adjustments. Take the story of Mr. Neville R. Byrne, a 79-year-old retired aircraft mechanic from Bakersfield, California. After a minor stroke, he had been on blood thinners and doing fairly well. But recently his clotting numbers began to fluctuate erratically. His doctor suspected a drug interaction, but Neville hadn't changed anything, except that he'd joined a smoothie club with his granddaughter and started drinking spinach smoothies every morning. When he removed raw spinach from his diet, his levels returned to normal, and he breathed a sigh of relief. Now he enjoys lightly sautéed spinach instead, safer and easier to digest. Important note: cooking spinach significantly reduces both oxalate and vitamin K1 levels, so if you love this leafy green, make sure to cook it first. And if you're taking blood thinners, always consult your doctor to manage your intake. So, we've now completed our list of 4 vegetables to avoid, but don't worry, our journey doesn't stop at cutting things out. Now, let's explore 4 amazing vegetables that seniors should add to their meals for a healthier life. The first vegetable on the best list is beets. This vibrant red root isn't just tasty. It's a powerhouse for heart health, blood pressure, and brain function. Beets are rich in natural nitrates which help dilate blood vessels, improve circulation, and lower blood pressure. After age 60, when arteries tend to stiffen, beets can help your heart work more efficiently. One study found that seniors who regularly consume beets saw a significant drop in systolic blood pressure, reducing their risk of stroke and heart attack. Beets also contain betalains, powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that help lower the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and arthritis. Take the story of Mr. Everett Callahan, an 82-year-old jazz record producer from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. After experiencing dizziness and forgetfulness, he was diagnosed with stage 1 hypertension and early signs of cognitive decline. He began drinking beet smoothies every morning, even though he didn't like the taste at first. After just 1 month, he noticed improved energy, less dizziness, and better focus while organizing his music collection. 3 months later, his blood pressure had dropped by 12 points, and his memory tests had stabilized. He now calls his beet smoothie his morning jazz track. Next, let's talk about bok choy, a leafy green often overlooked but a perfect choice for older adults. Bok choy is rich in calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K, which help strengthen bones and reduce the risk of osteoporosis. Unlike spinach, bok choy is low in oxalates, meaning the calcium it contains is easier for the body to absorb. Additionally, its vitamin C boosts the immune system, helping you fight off colds and recover faster. Mrs. Lenore High Tower, a 76-year-old music teacher from Spokane, Washington, began adding bok choy to her soups and stir-fries after breaking her wrist. The result? Her bone density remained stable, and she didn't catch a single cold all winter. We still have 2 more amazing vegetables to go, and I can't wait to share them with you. But before we move on, remember, small changes in your meals can lead to big results. If you found this information helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your loved ones. Let's explore the final 2 vegetables to help you stay healthy and full of energy. Now, we've learned which vegetables to avoid to protect your health after turning 60, from canned corn and raw cruciferous vegetables to eggplant and raw spinach. But the even better news is that we're getting closer to building a diet that helps you feel strong, energized, and enjoy a longer, more vibrant life. Let's continue this journey with the final two vegetables on the list of the best foods for seniors: green peas and rainbow chard. These vegetables aren't just delicious, they're key to keeping your body functioning smoothly, from digestion to eyesight and immune strength. First, let's talk about green peas, small but mighty. You might think of peas as just a simple side dish, but they're actually one of the best choices for people over 60. Green peas contain both soluble and insoluble fiber, which helps stabilize blood sugar and support digestion. Just 1 cup of cooked peas delivers 7 to 9 grams of fiber, more than most vegetables. Soluble fiber slows digestion, allowing blood sugar to rise gradually, which is critical if you're managing diabetes or prediabetes. Meanwhile, insoluble fiber helps prevent constipation, a common issue that affects nearly half of people over age 65. But peas don't stop at fiber. They also offer around 8 grams of plant-based protein per cup, which helps maintain muscle mass and prevent age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia. Keeping your muscles strong means you can move easily, avoid falls, and stay independent. Take the story of Mr. Fernald Berderick, an 80-year-old retired park ranger in Helena, Montana. After being diagnosed with prediabetes and experiencing digestive issues, he felt fatigued and uncomfortable. A nutritionist suggested he add peas to his meals 3 times a week. He started mixing them into omelets, soups, and even blended them into snacks. Within a few weeks, his blood sugar no longer dropped in the afternoons, his digestion became more regular, and his lab results showed significant improvement. He now calls peas his little green guardian. In addition, peas are rich in antioxidants like flavonoids, which help reduce inflammation, a major contributor to chronic disease in older adults. They also provide vitamin K, manganese, and folate, supporting heart, bone, and brain health. You can easily add peas to your daily meals, from salads to stews, and enjoy these powerful benefits. Finally, we have rainbow chard, a wonderful leafy green that's often overlooked in favor of spinach or kale. Rainbow chard is a true nutrient powerhouse, packed with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as magnesium, iron, and potassium. These nutrients support nearly every system in the body, from the liver and kidneys to the eyes and immune system. What makes rainbow chard especially unique is its betalain content, a compound that helps the liver detox more efficiently. After age 60, your liver and kidneys naturally slow down, so adding rainbow chard to your meals is a great way to give these organs a helping hand. Rainbow chard is also a best friend to your eyes. It contains lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 powerful antioxidants that protect the retina from blue light and reduce the risk of macular degeneration, a common issue among older adults. In addition, the vitamin C and flavonoids in rainbow chard help boost your immune system, making it easier to fight off colds and infections. Mrs. Loretta Mayfield, an 84-year-old retired postal worker from Savannah, Georgia, began adding rainbow chard to her meals after noticing blurry vision and frequent colds. Just 2 months after eating rainbow chard twice a week, she experienced better digestion, fewer illnesses, and sharper vision while reading. Her eye doctor also confirmed her eye pressure had stabilized, a positive sign. So, we've completed our journey through 4 vegetables to avoid: canned corn, raw cruciferous vegetables, eggplant, and raw spinach, and 4 amazing vegetables to enjoy: beets, bok choy, green peas, and rainbow chard. These vegetables don't just help you manage blood pressure, strengthen bones, and improve digestion. They also protect your brain, eyes, and immune system. The best part? You don't need to completely overhaul your diet. Even small changes, like swapping canned corn for green peas or adding bok choy to your soup, can make a big difference. Remember, every meal is an opportunity to care for your body and extend your healthy years. If you ignore this information, you might unknowingly increase your risk of joint pain, fatigue, or more serious health issues. But if you start today, you'll begin to feel the difference: more energy, easier movement, and greater joy in daily life. Try adding beets or rainbow chard to a meal this week and see how your body responds. You might be surprised by the results. If you found this journey helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend or family member who's also looking to stay healthy in their golden years. Leave a comment below and let us know which vegetable surprised you the most, or which one you're excited to try. And don't miss our next video on the 4 foods you should avoid to protect your legs. You'll be surprised by what's on the list. Thank you for joining me. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.